Alright. So, I've made the executive decision to do all of this section of Tartarus off-screen. Pretty much only because, well, a couple factors. One, the area is kind of hard to look at. And two, the amount of time that I spent initially going through it, it just made more sense for me to treat it as a grinding session and do all of the associated things. I have completed both of her fusion.
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
I have the ability to make Masakado. I did not defeat a greedy shadow. Should be able to get this now that I've got world.
Very well.
It might take a specific gold drop item, but I'll find that out later. What else? I did the Monad passage. Got another tarot card. I've got Memoir 6, but it won't tell me what it says. Old Document 8 basically confirms that the person writing the Antiques Lady. Yep. People are very high level. Main character is 71. So, I will now be progressing through the month.
Oh, hello.
I've definitely spent like 2.5, 3 hours in here playing and grinding.
So, in this section, do you understand? Well, the answer was pretty obvious.
Let's see if I actually have enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one? We have some new items prepared. Come take a look.
Oh, it's none of these still. Okay.
So, what will it be? 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 Creating a quick. What would you like? So, what would you like? What would you like? What would you like? So, what would you like? What would you like? What would you like? So, what will it be? Go on, look around. It's been much more pleasant around here. I'm sure this will prove to be useful. Is that all you need? Come again.
Still can't find it. Must be yet
Good
another
day.
tier.
Here are my requests.
Yeah. Might just be his ultimate weapon. I'll have to try and
I
get
won't
this.
insist you do anything, but it'd be greatly appreciated. Very well.
Okay. Do some Persona fusion, if there's any I can.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Is overwriting acceptable? I've completed registration. Now then.
It is a special persona you desire, is it not?
Hospital is 79. For you, I actually need to do the Koromaru stuff.
Accept
Get
yourself.
access to Byakko.
Accept your abilities.
I will finally do Koromaru's linked episode when they pop up.
Well then, shall we take a look?
No new things. Okay, wait.
You can't control this one yet.
Really not powerful enough for
This power might be too much for you. This power might be too much for you.
that. Thanks, Satan.
Are you finished?
It's the team.
We look.
Now you're here. I'm counting it. By the way, much obliged. Good to see you. What do you got? Wanna sell in bulk? Sure, it's a deal.
Delicious.
Sure now, sure. How many you're handing? All right, how many? Sure, all right. I'll take that. How many? Sure, sure. It's a deal. How many you're handing? Sure, it's a deal.
What does this do? Crit rate.
Running a little sale today. See if anything catches your. Everything look good? All right then. All right then. I got some stuff you might find useful, so feel free to browse. That what you want? All right then. That what you? All right then. That what you? All right then. I'll take as long as you need. Great. It's all yours. All right then. All right then. Take your time. All right then. Great. It's all yours. Great. It's all yours. Take as long as you need. All right then. All right then. That what you want? All right then. Great. It's all yours. All right then. All right then. That what you want? Take your time. Take as long as you need. You finished? Be seeing you.
Dang, I gotta sell a
Be
thing.
careful. What do you got? How many are you selling? You sure now? How many? You're handing that over? All right, I'll take that. All right, I'll take that. You finished? Be seeing you.
Dang it. Got confused.
You made it. What'll it be? Running a little. That what you want? Great. It's all yours.
There we go.
All done here? Be seeing you.
Yep. I know. All the money in the world now. I will. Student council.
And that concludes the disciplinary committee's forecast report.
Next up is the treasurer's report.
Yes,
Hey, sorry, but I was hoping you had some time once this meeting's over. We can talk up on the roof. I'm sorry to drag you up here, but I wanted to tell you something. Cigarette butt incident is going to be dropped. It seems interrogating every student in the school raised a few concerns. I wanted to be student council president next year, and that teacher promised to endorse me if I agreed to help him. But I lost any hope of achieving that when I spoke up against him. Not to mention the student body isn't so fond of me. I rambled on about rules and fairness, but all I really proved was that I was desperate for power. I see. Now I understand why the president asked you to join the student council. You don't say things to put people down. You're just honest with them. The system only works if you have people's trust. And trust isn't something you can force on anyone. When that teacher doubted you, I felt backed into a corner by a fool who simply had more power than I did. I felt like the truth was being distorted and that I might lose a friend as a consequence. If it wasn't for you, I would have become a tyrant. So, thank you. Don't you dare repeat what I just said to anyone. I realize it's out of my usual character. And I'm sure everyone would just make fun of me. Just promise, okay? I'll see you later.
Oh, welcome back. You're late. Ryoji-kun was just leaving.
Oh, hey there. Chilly out, huh? Hope you don't go catching a cold. You know, I stop by here pretty often. Weird we never see each other. Well, I'm out of here. See you later.
Later, Ryoji.
Was that Ryoji-san?
yeah, he said he was going home.
Why was he here?
To see Junpei. They've been hanging out a lot ever since the school trip.
But the rules state that visitors aren't allowed here.
Yeah, but Kirijo-senpai said it's cool as long as no one stays late.
I don't think we have anything to worry about. He is dangerous. Dangerous? Ryoji-kun?
Come to think of it, he did hit on Mitsuru-senpai the first time he met her.
But having him around has really helped cheer you up, Junpei-kun.
Well, no point in dwelling on the past, right? Won't change a damn thing.
That's true.
What's up, Ai-chan?
I'm fine. It's just... I envy you, Junpei. I'm a machine, so I don't understand what it feels like to live.
Really? But you don't seem that different.
In my case, it's more accurate to say that I'm operational as opposed to alive. There are times when I malfunction, but I can always be repaired.
Well, if we were all like you, then we never have to worry about dying. Oh, crap! I don't have time to talk right now. I've got a mountain of homework. Serves me right for slacking. Well, no use whining.
Junpei studying on purpose? I guess hell finally froze over. Well, better call it a night then.
The gift of life is not something I should possess. A weapon is much more difficult to operate when it's alive. That said, I believe I understand the concept of loss. Leader, the thought of something happening to you, it makes me... Understood. You are very special to me. I can't explain why, but I never want to leave your side. I want to protect you at all costs, to be there for you always. I apologize for keeping you. You must be tired. So much has happened in so little time. I'll return to my room as well. Good night. Ryoji Mochizuki. He is dangerous. What is this unsettling feeling? I am a machine. I can't die. So no one will have to grieve for me. I have to do something. I don't want to see them suffer anymore.
Salut. I see. So...
Oh yeah. Obviously, since I was grinding all that time, whoop, that back on normal. Nothing to do, really. Let's see if there's a new recording in the command room. No new recordings. Alright. Late night. Ooh.
Hello, it's me. Sorry for calling so late. Now then, about the new arrival from the other day. I'd like to ask that you perform a full autopsy. If we find any distinctive features, we may be able to locate her family. Also, I can't help but think that the Kirijo group is connected to Strega in some way. Considering this, I think it would be disrespectful to sweep her death under the rug. And of course, I'll take full responsibility. What? What did you just say? Transmogrified. The body? But judging by the post-mortem, we were certain she was... All right. I'm sorry, but please keep this strictly confidential until we know more. If there are any other changes... Yes, absolutely.
He saved her! Very simple way to save her, but... something you don't know until later.
Right
Gotta deal with the sorrow.
What is going on? I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens for now.
Main downside to saving her? that you'll lose a couple of days in January. Alright. Do the Ryoji thing.
Hey, thanks for coming. Well, how do I put this? I suddenly just got this feeling that I'm running out of time, and I felt like I had to see you. I had to talk to you. Sorry. I'm not even sure what I wanted to say to you. So, I guess for today, I'd like to say thanks. It hasn't been that long since we met, but I feel like I've learned so much by spending time with you. I just really wanted to thank you for that. You showed me around the school and the city. I got to hang out with you and the others. I even got to go on a trip with you. That was a lot of fun. It's been a joy to experience and learn new things every day. Just like this. I guess I wanted you to hear this song. When I saw those couples in Kyoto, or when I visited you guys at the dorm, I realized that's what it really means to build a connection with someone. It's that feeling of overcoming something together and keeping each other going. Both sides need to come to an understanding. That's how connections are built, right? I want you to know that you're important to me. I know I said I wanted us to be friends, but I actually want to be something more. What about you? I don't really get it myself, but
Excuse me? Oh, it's you. Sorry, I hope I didn't interrupt. I was just passing through the hall, and I heard someone playing a beautiful song on the piano. So I thought I'd stop by to watch the performance. Who was the one playing? Was it you? Oh, I wanted to ask. It might have just been my imagination, but I thought I sensed Ryoji-kun's presence in this room. Were you not with him? Hmm?
Welcome back. Oh!
Hey!
Oh! See you!
series always has such crazy plot twists. When the main girl's best friend betrayed her, I was like, what? Being backstabbed by the one person you trusted most is just horrible. What would you do if that happened to you? Yeah, even without a dramatic betrayal, I'd be hurt if a friend started treating me differently. That happened to me once. A girl I was close to suddenly started avoiding me. Oh shoot, it's starting! It's so fast-paced, we really need to pay attention. Aw, no way! It's just gonna end like that? Ugh, it happens every time, but they're so good at leaving you hanging. I need to know how it ends. Let's watch more next time, okay? It's getting pretty late. We better head back to our rooms.
Alright. Full moon.
Good morning. No.
Damn hiccups.
Earlier? We're in trouble. It's my friend. He accidentally stepped on a doggy's tail. And now he won't stop chasing him. I think the doggy's real mad. This way!
I'm sorry.
Oromaru, thank you. What's wrong? It's okay. You can come down now.
I can't get down. It's too high. I shouldn't have climbed up here. The dog and the jungle gym were so scary. I thought I was gonna die. Thanks for helping me, mister. Yeah, thanks, Koromaru.
And I brought them here. I knew where to find Koromaru all along. I heard from the priest. He said Koromaru would be at the shrine gate, looking after all the people in town. So, even though he found a new spot, he's still protecting us? I knew it! Koromaru is this town's watchdog!
Oh, by the way, are you Koromaru's new owner? Is there really a difference? Well, as long as he's happy.
Uh-oh, we better get home soon.
Whoa, you're right! Okay, see you guys later!
Welcome back.
She's gonna do something drastic. Alright, I need to deal with these hiccups. So I'm gonna pause for a moment. Well, we'll see how well that works.
All right. The only vegetables I ever see at the store are plain old ordinary ones. You know those fancy veggies only people like Ryoji-senpai would eat? If we could grow something like that, we'd make a fortune, don't you think? Oh, damn. So you're up for it? Yeah, we gotta dream big. You're pretty good with your hands, so what do you say? Want to join forces and make a name for ourselves? Well, we should probably get to work before we get ahead of ourselves. This is getting really rough on my back. And my hands are all caked in dirt. But for the sake of Junpei's brand name luxury veggies, I gotta keep going. I don't know how I could deal with all this on my own, so let's do this again, okay?
Alright, I guess. Go do your crazy thing.
I've been looking for you. What are you doing here?
I kinda just ended up here somehow. It's so strange. The sky and the ground look all weird, and there's no one around. Something bad's happening right now. But for some reason, I feel at peace.
Have you forgotten?
What?
This is the dark hour. Ordinary people shouldn't be free to roam about. But you've adapted to it somehow. Too well for a human. I finally understand. That's why I feel this way whenever you are around. You are dangerous. You are my enemy.
Your enemy? Enemy. That's right. It was on a night like this, with a full moon. It was a long time ago.
Yes, we've met once before. You and I were enemies.
Who am I? Who are you?
I am Aegis, the last of the anti-shadow suppression weapons. I was created to destroy shadows.
Created to destroy?
And you, your true name is Death. You are the shadow I sealed away 10 years ago.
Shadow?
sole purpose is to destroy shadows. That is the reason why I was given both a sense of self and a persona.
I am the bearer of the 13th Arcana. Everyone knew me as Death. But when I came into being, a part of my power was broken off and scattered. I wasn't at my full strength back then. I was incomplete.
Even so, your power was still far too great. Since I was unable to defeat you, my only option was to seal you away. However, under the circumstances, there was only one suitable vessel. A human boy who had the misfortune of being nearby. I had no other choice.
Now I see. I was inside of him all this time. And I unwittingly led him to discover my 12 missing pieces. And then... I get it. I understand now. I remember everything. I know exactly who and what I am.
Palladium!
It's a bit loud.
Don't be foolish, I guess. You can't win. I'm even stronger than before.
The machine is created to serve a specific purpose. I will destroy you. That is my only reason for existing!
It doesn't have to be that way, I guess.
Sorry. I can't carry out my mission. I'm a machine that can't fulfill its purpose. I have no reason to exist. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm scared.
Juno! Did something happen?
Yukari? What's the matter?
Well, I realize it's a full moon tonight. You did too, huh? Oh, God. I'm turning into a workaholic. Wait. Is something actually going on?
We're not certain of anything yet, but we can't find Igus.
What? Where could she have gone?
At one point, I was able to sense a persona, but I lost Igus right after that.
You sensed a persona? Could it have been Strega?
Well, she hasn't detected any of them, but we can't be positive.
I've pinpointed her location. The Moonlight Bridge.
All right, call the others. Let's see what's going on over there.
Igus!
I'm sorry. I remember everything. I remember who I am, who he is. Leader, I know why I wanted to be by your side. I'm sorry. I failed. I'm sorry.
You have no reason to apologize.
You?
Ryoji-kun? Wait, what are you doing here?
Igus!
What is going on? It's all my fault.
You did this?
Hold on, Akihiko. He's not showing any signs of aggression. Now tell us, who or what are you?
Turns out, I'm not so different from the creatures you call shadows.
Stupid cars.
You're a shadow?
I'm more than just an ordinary shadow. I'm the Appriser, born from the union of the 12 Arcana.
The Appriser?
I remember everything now. The terrifying truth about the shadows. And about me. I can't... It's all so hard to believe.
You know the truth about the shadows?
I do.
What?
The shadows are here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being. As for the Appriser, it draws the maternal being to it, allowing her to awaken.
And the Appriser? That's you?
That's right.
His maternal being. What is it?
She's on a level of her own. No words in our language can describe her. 10 years ago, a man collected hordes of shadows and contained them in a laboratory. That's where I was born. But the unification was interrupted, and I awoke before I was complete. After that, Aigis took me down, and I returned the favor.
Aigis? Is this for real, Ryoji?
She knew she couldn't destroy me completely, so out of desperation, she sealed me within a child who just happened to be nearby. That child grew up carrying me inside him, and by some twist of fate, he later made his way back here. He even transferred to your school.
A transfer student? You don't mean...
That's right. I've lived inside him for a long time.
Ryoji's hit me?
But how...
And when his persona awakened, the 12 shadows did as well. All in order to become one with me.
Ryoji, you're the Appriser? And you were inside of him? How the hell do you expect us to just believe all that?
It's all my fault. I'm sorry, but there's more I need to tell you.
Ryoji-kun!
He's completely worn out. Let's let him rest for now. Aigis needs us too. We'll pick up where we left off after that.
Yep.
He's awake now. Let's meet tonight on the 4th floor.
Got it.
All right. I'll see you then.
Damn you, Ryoji.
It looks like we're all here.
Are you okay, Ryoji-kun?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. Besides, I have more to tell you guys.
Ryoji-kun.
Then allow me to jump right in. We have many questions that need answers, after all. Yesterday, you said the shadows were here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being. Tell us more about this. What happens if she returns?
The maternal being is called Nyx.
Who the hell's Nyx?
Nyx is the mother of shadows. In ancient times, she bestowed death upon this world. If she awakens, the world will be swallowed by darkness, and all life will perish.
All life?
Are you saying everyone will die?
It'd be more accurate to say that we'll all surrender the will to live.
Wait, are you talking about the Lost? fall.
But there's still a way to stop it from happening, right? What? Don't tell me there's nothing we can do.
I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you apologizing? Are you saying there's no way to stop it?
That's right. You heard the bell. That's when it was all decided. I'm the appriser. The appriser of death. The fact that I'm here at all proves the fall is coming.
The fall is coming.
When will it happen?
I don't think you'll live to see next spring.
That's barely any time at all. What are you guys freaking out about? Nick Schmicks, am I right? All we gotta do is win and we're golden. And we haven't lost a single fight yet, have we?
You know, I do want to side with Junpei.
You can't win. When you're up against Nyx, power doesn't mean a thing. It's like trying to fight the inevitable. Like death or the flow of time. Nyx can't be defeated. She just can't.
What? This is bullshit!
This is all so sudden.
I was born from a collection of shadows, but now I have a human form, so I can talk with you, laugh with you, cry with you. It's the gift I received for existing within him, and because of that, I can give you a choice.
A choice?
Nyx's arrival is unavoidable now, but you can choose to live in peace until she arrives. You just have to kill me. If the appriser disappears, all recollection of the Dark Hour would go with me, and that would erase any memories of this hopeless reality. There'd be no way for you to remember anything. When the fall comes, it'll happen in an instant. You won't have to suffer at all.
We'll forget everything?
I'm saying you can go back to your normal lives, and by doing that, you might buy a little time and delay the fall too. Technically, I'm the same as Nyx, so I can't be killed. But thanks to him, there's a part of me that's become human, so if it's done by his hand, then it may be possible.
Ryoji-kun.
If you don't kill me, everything will stay just as it is. With no hope for salvation, you'll live every day paralyzed by the fear of your impending death. And I don't want to put you through something like that.
Exactly. I mean, forgetting all this would be like trying to hide from the truth.
Is that really such a bad thing? If you don't do this, all that awaits is despair greater than you can possibly imagine. You don't understand the terror of certain death. Don't make your decision without at least thinking about it first.
Why is this happening?
You don't have to decide right now. There's still some time. December 31st, New Year's Eve. You have until then to think about it. After that, I'll dissolve into the blackness of the Dark Hour and lose my physical form.
Ryoji.
When Nyx arrives, I'm going to disappear anyway. So please, don't worry about me. I'll be back when New Year's Eve rolls around.
Hey! Ryoji, wait!
Stop, Junpei-kun! I felt Ryoji-kun's presence vanish just now. There's no point in chasing him. He's gone.
Ryoji-kun.
I guess he'll be back.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Don't you worry, Karamaru. We're gonna fight tooth and nail. Velvet room. Double check everything is registered.
Marvelous. I'm looking for... How may I assist you? Registering, I see. Will you register it to the compendium? All registered. Very well. We look...
Okay. And dismiss personas that go to things I don't need anymore. Justice is done. This is also maxed out. Aerophant is done. Vision is done. Period is still active. Devil is done. Power's done. But I just need Priestess, Lovers. I think I just need Priestess and Lovers. I have an Empress. Right? Yes. Priestess, Lovers. In January I'll need a Neon.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Please take a look. Please, is this acceptable? May it be your inner strength. Please, is this acceptable? May it be your inner strength. This person, is this acceptable? May it be your inner strength. Are you finished? We look...
And then...
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Wait, what? Oh. I can just hang out with you, but it's telling it does everything. Oh, you have any requests?
Good day. Are you accepting a request? Oh my. Oh, yes. will await a report of success. By all means. I will await a report of success.
Yeah, the second section of the Haraba area will be available.
Of course. Very well.
What's over here? That's bad.
Good day. Are you accepting a wonderful?
Merry Christmas, Elizabeth.
Marvelous. Is that true? Very well. Good day.
Wait.
Are you accepting a request?
Mikazuki Unechika.
Very well.
Thank you. Which one? So, what will it be? So, what will it be? So, what will it be? Everything good? Come again.
Wouldn't even be able to complete data in time. Well, let's finish up Emperor.
Good time. Oh, thanks.
And that'll be the perfect finisher for this recording.
Which is what I believe to be the proper way to wear one's uniform. Please keep these things in consideration. I'm not saying everyone should follow this to the letter, so we'll leave it to the discretion of the individual.
Holy crap! Did that just come out of his mouth?
I think this is the first time he's cared about anyone else's opinions.
Well, at least he's trying.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. So, how did I do? What did everyone think? Thanks. Hearing that takes a huge weight off my shoulders. I may have painted a selfish, arrogant portrait of myself to everyone, so I'll have to win back their trust. Here, look at this. One of the guys fessed up about the cigarette butt in the boys' bathroom. It took a lot of persuasion, but he promised me he'll never smoke again. This lighter is proof of that. I earned his trust by showing compassion for others, just like you taught me. That's why you should be the one to have it. Thanks. I've spent my whole life looking down on others. Such baseless bravado, but you taught me an important lesson. Something I'll carry with me forever. I don't think I'll ever be anything like you, though.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Emperor Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the Emperor within thyself.
Oh, I need a fortune and temperance arcana.
Do you remember the story I told you about the TV station's writer? That man. He's my father. I see now that sincerity is important, and I'm proud of myself for understanding that. I also realized what an amazing man my father is. It's about time to go. Say, do you want to stop by somewhere before we head home? Now that I think about it, we've never hung out outside of school before. Sorry.
Alright, man. All real. It'll do.